close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
It's Shay here. I'm just going to give you an update on how everything's going. And as you can see, it's actually going very well. This is my onions going there. Let's see. I've got tomato coming in over here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Everything is really doing well in it. All this around here up at the top right here, and then I've got some over here. This is all the potatoes that I have growing up in the top bin up there, and then I've got one onion plant growing at the top. All these, you can see right here, 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 down here, down here, over there. Those are 21 tomato plants that all came from one tomato slice as a project. I just tried it. No, I did not dry it out. I took a slice of tomato, put it up underneath the perlite, slightly up underneath the perlite, and within about a week and a half or so, I all of a sudden had tomato plants coming out. So yes, that project did work. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them, but it did work. Anyways, I've got green beans, and I've actually got some green beans starting to develop. These are supposed to be bush beans, but I don't know. I mean, the way they've been growing, it's more like pole bean to me. But anyways, I've got plenty of them coming, starting to develop on there. It's doing very well. Not complaining at all. I have not got any more lights in yet because we just went through Hurricane Sally. That's another subject of its own. I was here by myself during that storm, and I have to say, that was one of the most scariest moments of my life. I never ever will do that again. We didn't know that it was actually, we were expecting it to go to New Orleans, and nope, surprise, surprise. It came this way instead, and my husband was in South Carolina at the time, so I was here by myself. And that was not fun at all. Not at all. Unfortunately, we got some damage, but not in comparison to some of the areas around us. I feel so bad for some of the people. The next town up and all, plus even down the road from us, had a lot of flooding. Some homes right near us got flooded really bad. So we were kind of blessed ones, I guess. I don't know how you put that. I feel fortunate that we did only ended up with the damage that we did end up with. Anyways, I just wanted to give an update on all this. And again, this is the GreenStalk tower that we converted into a hydroponic tower, which we didn't really have to do anything to the tower itself. We just basically set it on top of a reservoir, it's really worked really great. So you watch my other videos, you can see how much these plants, how well these plants have done from day one that we started this, because they weren't this big at all. They've really grown. Anyways, it's done really well, guys. And I am not sponsored whatsoever. I'm not affiliate whatsoever. I do not get anything, speaking of GreenStalk, at all. I just really, the tower, for the price of the tower and everything put together, it's really worked out really well for what I was wanting to use it for. I'm very pleased with their product. That's all. That's the only reason I'm mentioning it, guys. I wouldn't mention it if it wasn't a great product, and I really feel it's a great product. The lights have worked great. I do think I think I said it in the last video, I need one more of these poles and to put up probably 2 more lights, because there are some areas I feel are lacking with the light. So we're gonna do that eventually. You actually can just hear the water just came on. It just turned on right now. I'll show you. You can see I have it turning on every I think it's every 3 hours, and it runs for 1 minute. It will go up to that 5 mark that you can see right over. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyways, it'll go up to the 5 mark, it'll shut itself down, and then you'll start seeing it starts draining down into each one of these pockets and feeding the plants. So yeah, it's worked out real good. And it doesn't take long. Like I said, it fills it 1 minute time, that's it. It's on a timer, so I also have the lights on a timer. The lights, basically, I have running from I believe it's 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. and they'll go off. That was kind of I thought it was going to be an issue during the storm, but we hooked up a generator and the plants were running, the fridge was running, everything was running the way we needed it to run, so they survived. That here, that is my squash plant, and I had 2 coming out on there, but they never opened up their flower, so I had no way. I guess I could have forced the flower open for me to pollinate them, but they were pretty tightly closed. Next thing you know, the bud just kind of fell off on both of them. They just, and you can see they look like they're starting to just kind of go bad, I guess. I'm hoping some other ones, other females will come out maybe, and most of what I have is males. Kind of a little odd. I did figure out, you might see a little moisture on here. I've been spraying these with Dawn dish detergent and some water mix, because we had little tiny yellow looking specks in it. I had to do a lot of research to figure out what they were, and they were laying these black eggs, what looked, I guess, was eggs, on the back of the leaf. Well, come to find out, they were mites. So anyways, I've been spraying them, and it's been keeping them at bay, and it's helped out quite a bit. But boy, trying to keep that under control has just been an issue of its own. So anyways, I'm getting ready to cut these beans down, cut them back. You can see it's starting to, I don't know if you can see that in there, starting to feed. I don't know if the next row down, yeah, you can see it, it's feeding right there. And then it's just slowing down on this side. And then it'll come down and it's feeding right over. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's dripping down in there. So the only issue I've had with the perlite is it's really, and I don't know why, but it's certain pockets are getting algae on them, and I'm gathering it's because those are the ones that are getting the brightest light, I guess. But I've been keeping that at bay also with some peroxide and all. So, but guys, you got any questions or anything, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer what I can for you on this. This is really, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's not, this isn't anything difficult. It wasn't difficult to make outside of, I think the hardest part of this whole thing, you know, my husband had to cut, he had to cut this door into this metal table right here. And that was really probably the hardest part of the whole thing, you know. Because all he really had that was a thin enough blade was on a Dremel tool to use. I mean, if somebody's got the proper tool, it probably wouldn't have been that hard. But outside of that, it's relatively simple. These poles just, I mean, because I really wasn't sure at first how I was going to hang the lights. And then I just happened to remember I had this spring-loaded pole for hanging coats inside of one of my closets. And I pulled it out and I'm like, oh my gosh, this will really work perfect. And they really have. Because if you want to, you need to back them off once the plants start growing. Like really, this one probably could come back a little bit more because this tomato plant is starting to kind of getting a little bit too close. I have to play with it quite a bit to keep it away from them, so it's not laying right up against the light. And the only reason I haven't moved it completely is because this light over here, if I move this pole back completely, then these are not going to be, it's just not going to be close enough for these plants up in here. I mean, really, this probably isn't close enough already because I think they're kind of a little, some of them are bolting, I think, but that's why I really need a couple more lights on this. But if you need to back them off because it's spring loaded, you know, you basically just pull down and pull the lights back away from it. Or if you individually need to pull them back away from it, you grab this part right here and this will swing. As you can see, it will swing on there. So you can pull them back away from it that way as well. But that will only come back so far, and it does change the angle of the light some. So outside of that, it's really worked perfect on there. So alright guys, again, if you got any questions, list them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer what I can for you if I know it. If I don't, I'll let you know I don't know it, and I'd love to answer. Maybe somebody else can put in the comments if I don't know the answer, somebody else can answer for us. So please subscribe and give us a thumbs up if you like the video, if it's helped you in any way, giving you any ideas or anything. We did look on YouTube, all over YouTube, trying to find if somebody else had done this with one of these GreenStalks, and as far as I know, we're the only existing video out there on this. So on the GreenStalk, turning it into a hydroponic tower. So if you know of any others, let us know, because I'd love to see other people's ideas as well on this. But it's worked real well, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it. We'll catch you later, guys.